I'm going to show you a live gameplay example of defending, how to defend. You can see I'm up against a good team. A lot of people are struggling with defending. I never make a defending video this early on, but some people are struggling with defending. So I thought I'll walk you through it, show you what buttons I'm pressing so you know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm also going to make some deliberate mistakes as well, so you can see if I make a certain mistake, what happens. Now, just to make this easier, I'm going to use a player like this guy. He's got 1 chemistry. Literally, you can buy him for like 1k. I think I packed him, okay? And my other centre back costs 2k right now. I bought him for 1.2. So there's going to be no excuse. Not like, oh, Neil, you got Eder and Militao on your team. It's easy for you. So I'm going to play them on 1 chemistry. No chemistry style as well. I'm not going to put a shadow on them. Just so you can see. This is the most important thing, okay? Number 1, just double check you haven't got advanced defending on. Some of you may have it on by mistake. I use tactical defending. So do a lot of the pro players. It's fine. Number 2. Now, this is enabled by default. Now, what people don't understand is when you aim precision shooting and when you defend, it also depends what camera angle you're using. Because this is a new camera angle, it's a new angle. Think of this like, I don't know, you start using a pen instead of a pencil. You can write, but it feels different. So just go with what you used to last year. I'm going to go with what I normally recommend, co-op 0 zoom. Now, this will change your perception of, when you jockey, you're now going from left to right, and you might move. So look, I'm going to keep it simple. You saw the cheap players I got in my team. Okay. Now I'm just going to defend. I'm just going to explain to you what I'm doing as well. I'm just going to defend normally. I'm not going to panic. A lot of this, look, passing, sliding, I'm going to header it back. Oh, look, nice chance. Okay, good. I'm not going to panic. First of all, not going to lose possession of the ball. Mistake number 1, I'll tell you, from thousands of students that I've analyzed, they'll give the ball away in this situation and they can see the counter attack. There's a video that I put, a real life example where I show you just in real life, you lose the ball like this, you're going to get countered. It's very hard for you to recover this situation here. See that? I didn't press the tackle button. The game won the ball for me. Auto tackled. You see that? I kept it simple. Now you can see my opponent. Oh, he's running out. Oh, thank you. My opponent ran out. Let's see, he's going to run out and he's defending. Let's have a look. Good. Held his ground. Now I'm just going to run back here. Not going to panic. I see there's a player there. I'm not going to panic. I'm holding the line. I'm going to apply a bit of pressure. I see the player in the middle. I'm going to switch to my CDM now. I'm going to switch to my wide play and I got the ball back. Didn't push anyone out of position. Please don't quit. It's the second time I've done this now. I'm going to bring the ball into the middle. And unfortunately, I lost the ball. Good defending. But you see, I'm just keeping it very simple. I'm not overcomplicating it. Literally just keeping it so simple. Please don't quit. I don't want to record this again. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock in the morning now. I'm tired. Please don't quit. Another thing as well, make sure your analog sprint is on off because sometimes you run slower with the run and jockey. I'm assuming using the players that I recommend. I'm assuming you're not using any centre back with like 65 sprint speed. I don't know. At that point, I don't know what you're doing. You should be not using someone like that. But anyway, look, the point is the average winger like Adama Traore's got 94 pace. Do you think I've got a chance with 60 defending? So you can see like here, I got to run back and recover. So again, like here, you can see, look, I'm getting exposed a little bit. I'm not going to panic. Watch, I'm inside the box. Not going to panic. Let my opponent make it. See, this is the fast. You see this? This is the fast passing why people are struggling. You see, I held my ground. At least if my opponent's going to beat me, they got to do something amazing. Okay, so I want to bring the ball down the wing. I'm not going to panic. I've lost the ball. Okay, fine, I'm going to recover. See, I'm going to run back then straight away. This is the benefit of CDMs. They sit deeper. I know a lot of you guys using the 4-4-1-1, 4-4-2. It's a high-level formation. If you're not like in the top-tier division, I would strongly recommend changing. But look, it's still the same meta. Use CDMs. It's the same way you would defend, but the past, I don't know, 10 years. It's the way that I've been teaching you always on the Patreon series as well. If you're not, check out my videos on the Patreon series. Even the videos from last year help. But again, look here. Not going to panic. You literally hold the run and jockey. Not panicking, okay? Ball down the wing. Use the run and jockey. Offside. Okay, I'm going to put some attacking segments in here as well. Let me just start attacking now. Bit of a 1-2. But think of the way that I always taught you to play. Don't change it. If someone says, oh, do this instead, look, guys, just keep it simple, okay? Just keep it so simple. Defending, you don't need to overcomplicate things. This is a game. This is not a Formula 1 driving. You're not driving a Formula 1 car here. Listen, simple. Got to run back here, run and jockey. Use my sit. Look, I'm running in front. See how the game, look, watch that get back. The game auto tackle for me. I didn't even tackle the ball. Did you see me press the tackle button? By the way, my tackle button is X as a reminder. But yours by default should be circle. But you see, I didn't even tackle the ball. You might have to watch that back. I literally, all I did was I just ran into my opponent. This is the second time I've recorded this now. This second rage quit. I'm going to now go skip into the next game to avoid talking over this again. Okay, now we're going into another game. We're going to apply the same procedure. Now, what's happening is also people are spamming the pass button. So not only are they giving the ball away like this, look, yeah, I'm going to run back. Not going to panic. See? Not going to panic. Look at that. Do you see any crazy defending? You see me using any advanced defending, bruiser playstyle plus? Keep it simple. Now, this is what I was talking about, right? You're going to see passing like this because the game is much more responsive, okay? Now, with this quick passing, people, again, look, see, look, they didn't even tackle the ball. You should tackle the ball, but don't tackle the ball if you're nowhere near the ball. Only tackle the ball when the ball's in front of you. Just same way that I've always taught you. If you're new here, you can check out my pages, or you can check out my videos from last year on my channel. But look, you see that? Running out. Look, running out with a centre back. Look, it's not like I'm doing some amazing dribbling here. It's my opponent's just running out aimlessly with their centre back. They're basically parting the Red Sea, and I'm just walking through. So, like, here, I'm just going to run back. Again, I'm just going to run back. This, I think Mariona picked up like 25k. Again, look, running jockey, held the running jockey. I won the ball. Didn't tackle the ball again. Keeping it simple. Look, people are doing pass like this. Look, don't panic. Look, watch my opponent. Let's see. Is he going to panic? Look at him. Running out with his centre back. Do you see that? Now he created that gap for me to defend. I'm just going to run back here. Going to now switch to my CM to keep my back four in shape. The one I've always taught you. And won the ball again. Simple. And remember, you're playing now in the lower division, okay? Don't get me wrong. There's going to be a lot of sweaty players because everyone that's realistically playing the game now is going to be dedicated players. The game will technically get easier in the next few days. Just to give you an example, I've been playing for the past 4 days. I've been playing pros, like because it's all competitive players, like before even the public had the release. So believe me, even if you missed out the last few days, it's not fun. I mean, playing against pros, passing the ball around, or like proper ultimate team competitive players. But again, look, opponent, look at this, running out with a centre back. Look at that. Look at it. Right, look where the right back is. Where should the right back be? The right back should be over there. See that? Look at that space that was available. If I made the pass now quick, it would have been easy. Now, if someone does this spamming, don't start panicking. Oh my god, let me switch players and everything. Just wait. Use your CDM. Be patient. Why is you press tackle button for? Why are they doing that? Just keep it simple. See this passing? Don't panic. Don't look at this. Look at this movement. Now you see, I didn't do anything to get in that situation. My opponent moved out the way for me. And I probably can guarantee you, without even looking at your gameplay, you're probably doing the same thing. You might say to me, oh, I'm not. But watch your gameplay back. Press share. Save your like the last 15 seconds. Have a look at your gameplay back and be like, oh, Neil's saying this. I'm probably not doing it. I'm not listening to this guy. But then watch your gameplay back and you'll be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm doing it. Because sometimes you do things without thinking. Even sometimes when I'm frustrated in the game, I might do something that I don't mean to do, for example. But it's just an example. Again, when I get the ball here, I'm not going to make a silly pass because if I lose the ball, I'm in trouble. So I might just be a bit more careful. And you can see I got a nice situation there. I've messed up the through ball. That's fine. I'm going to defend the counter attack. Now I'm going to run back, use my centre back, run, switch early. Harry Kane. Again, didn't even tackle the ball again. Remember, auto tackle still exists. It doesn't mean that, okay, the game's going to lunge in for you. What that means is you want a player to run into you, okay? Let them run into you. Let them make a decision. You know how have you ever seen Virgil van Dijk run out like a crazy guy at centre back? No. Have you seen a 1v1 against Haaland? He waits for Haaland to make a decision, pushes him on his weak foot, and then makes a tackle. But this is just a perfect example of what I'm talking about. It's like here, they're going deep, going deep, going deep. They're running back, and they're creating all that space inside the box. Think about if I was actually playing serious and I wanted to make a simple pass, simple shot. It would have been so easy for me. Again, same thing here. The defenders are still staying in position. The game's not pushing. If I run like this and I make a mistake, then that's my fault. That's not the game making it hard to defend. Keep your defense in shape. Simple. Now I'm just going to go for a tag situation like here. And by the way, you think this is bad now. Wait till you get to the top tier divisions. You should see that the first time through balls, a player lock spamming, that is where you call it hard to defend. But like here, don't try to do this. Don't try to assume where your opponent's going. I think they also have precision shooting on by default. Probably didn't realize, or maybe they're trying it out. Don't panic. But again, I'll show you another trick as well. Now, I've got a 4-2-1-3 here. Do you see this? So my CDMs, now watch them, out of position. Watch Mariona, right? She's on a box crasher, so she's going forward. That's why in my tactics video yesterday, I didn't put 2 box crashers because I knew most people struggle defensively. But have a look at Guerrero in the middle of the pitch. You see she's holding that position, but she's in a position where I can A, pass the ball to her, and B, if I bring the ball going forward, if I lose the ball, look, she stays back. Look, the other CDM, she's going forward. But Guerrero, look, she's staying back. So if I lose the ball, I can run back. Do you see how I don't... What they do, they panic like this, and they try to run towards the ball like this. They go like this. They do something like this, and like, oh no, what do I do now? But you see, just going to hold the line even here. Going to fill in the gap over here. Push my opponent away and make a slide tackle. Good goal. But you know what? I called that situation early on. I should not have moved that player in that position. I ended up running in my centre back, and you can see even then, I tried to recover there. I actually generally tried there. I wasn't messed around. I tried to recover there, and it didn't quite work out for me, but it's just an example I wanted to show you. Gonna get the ball here. Nice left of dribbling. I'm just gonna, it may make a bit more use of the attack now. So do you see, for example, my opponent, look, panicking. Now he's got the ball with Udogi. Now let's see what happens. So again, we'd go running back. Then I might, with my other CDM, be a bit more aggressive. But you see, if I try to be aggressive, I'm in trouble. You see my opponent's very smart using the L1 triggers. And again, holding the run and jockey. Do you see that? I ran in front. And that's why you need players with pace. I don't care if you have some centre-back who costs 500k, who's got 50 sprint speed. Get rid of him. You cannot use people that are slow. It's always been the same thing for the past, I don't know, like 20 years of the game. Like, you cannot use someone who's slow. That is actually very good. So this is actually a good player. He's got some goal kick movements. So this is probably a good example of a player that maybe is a good player, a decent player, probably at least gets rank, I don't know, maybe rank 4 minimum, maybe rank 5, maybe rank 4, rank 5. But maybe right now they just don't know how to defend, or they're panicking, and that's the reason. But you see, if I just do passing like this, and don't forget, when the meta establishes, arguably defending will get a bit harder. But again, don't try to assume. If you're not sure, just run back like this. See that? Run to where the ball's going to be and not to where the ball is. Bring the ball going forward. That was a nice tackle from my opponent. Aggressive where he needed to be. So get here. I'm not going to panic. See that? Didn't tackle the ball again. I'm letting my opponent come to me. I'm basically defending the key area and letting the ball come into my path. My player is catching it. So if the ball is here, your player is not going to lunge and get the ball. But if you stand still and your opponent comes towards you, then your player will tackle the ball. Okay? Very, very important. Remember, don't forget, if you want to see the defending series, you can check out my Patreon series, patreon.com/guys. We will guarantee you improve. If you're struggling right now with defending, money back guarantee. You don't get better after 1 month. You've got 30 days. The game just came out today, a few hours ago. If you don't get better, we will refund your money. But anyway, like I was mentioning as well, the CDMs, right? So you see, I've got 2 CDMs now. If I wanted to be even more safer, I could do something like this. So deep line playmaker defend. This is why I mentioned it. Let's say if you're really like, oh, you know what, Neil, I know what you're saying, but I'm still struggling. Go with deep line playmaker defend. That's the deepest they sit. Put these guys on defend. I don't even know who my goalkeeper is. Anyway, it's something like this. Now, you don't want to be too defensive because we've got left wings and right wings that don't really come back defensively. We've got some leeway because we've got players that are sitting, and then we have players that are basically going to be forward on the attack. We're going to play a bit more normally now, but we'll keep doing the way that we're doing. I'm going to be a bit more aggressive just to show you some deliberate situations. Like you see, like here, out of position, but I was able to recover. A lot of people wouldn't recover there. It's only because I had the awareness, okay, I've lost the ball. So my first instinct was, who can I switch? If someone starts doing these player locks and start going like this and then running through the gaps like this, it's going to be very hard to defend against it. That was a bad example, by the way. But again here, not panicking, running upwards, not panicking, running across, and then look, not panicking. See that? Cutting the passing lane out. Look, I'm forcing my opponent away. Look, man marking the strike. You see that? I don't care who's free on a wing. I'm worrying about the correct player. I'm worrying about the guy in the middle, the girl in the middle, the most dangerous situation. I don't know what my centre back is doing there, but go on, mate. But now I've lost the ball. Now I got to be smart. I got no centre back. Tactical foul. I should have probably got the ball there with the animation, but if in doubt, take them out. If you know you're going to get counter-attacked, be smart. You know your centre back's gone forward for a corner or something like that. Be smart. Take the player out. Get the yellow card. Ask questions later. Just don't tackle from behind, of course. Because going to, again, rotating the ball. We're just going to focus a bit more. We've got on defending. I want to apply a bit more pressure. And let's say, for example, I make a mistake like this again, holding my run and jockey, holding the line, not panicking. I know I'm anticipating where my opponent's going, but I'm not committing. That's the difference. I'm aware, but this is what I mean like this. Yeah, look at that. Look at this positioning from this player. This player is going to move the goalkeeper now. I was hoping to move the goalkeeper, but didn't. But you see, if I'm playing this as an example, and I'm talking to, not even concentrating. Imagine if you were concentrating, just applying the main principles, how easy it would be. Expect a cutback. That's just knowledge, game knowledge. That will come also the more you play the game. As long as you're doing the bait. Look, as I said to you, it's always about the fundamentals. As long as you're doing the basics correctly, you're going to be fine. See, look, sometimes my opponent actually defends correctly. It's only, for example, if I'm really making use or I'm fast passing, then my opponent just goes into a panic state. Look, see that? Look, just panicking. Look at that. Look where that centre back is. My opponent, look, unnecessary panicking from my opponent. Look at that. Keeping that player free. Look, just panicking. Look. See, and that's what makes it easy for me. All I've got to do is wait for my opponent to make me look. I go, wait, look, just come out, please. Thank you very much. Well, nearly got through there, but you see, I have to now wait for my opponent. Now I'm going to flip the script a bit. Opponent suddenly turned into some defensive god and didn't run out. And actually, I actually struggled to score there. But have a look now, okay? So my opponent look frustrated. Look at this. 1-0 ahead the entire game. Starts running out, starts making silly decisions, and that's it. 2-1. See the mentality, like the difference. Like I just knew it. As soon as I saw the player, look, I can just look. Bad mistake. Look, going to run out with that player. Going to be a simple through ball. I'm just going to score a third goal. You see that? Oh, it should have been a third goal. Do you see how mentality alone has turned the... That's what I meant by flip the script. I just flipped... Well, I didn't do anything crazy. I actually genuinely tried scoring, but then suddenly they start defending well. But look, frustration. Like running out, look, ultra frustration. Now, maybe the reinforcement, because it worked against someone who doesn't know what they're doing. But then as soon as you're up against someone who knows what they're doing, it doesn't work. So this player might be thinking, oh, I was ahead and somehow now the game's against me. Probably blames scripting because I got a worse player and somehow thinks the EA gods are giving him the win because I've got a weaker team or something. I don't know. God knows. But you can see, look at this. I was talking about Moses and part in the Red Sea. That's an example of part in the Red Sea. So as we go, we conclude. You can see two players, both off chemistry, on one chemistry, the team chem. I don't even know what the team chem is, 12. But you should know if you watch me by now, chemistry means nothing. Well, it does mean something, but it's all about base stats. They don't have a shadow chemistry style either, because last year everyone's like, oh, your players have a shadow. You can see both cheap players. But I didn't do anything amazing. I just kept it very, very simple, and I used the right defending styles, and I just kept it simple. I never really make a defending video this early. The amount of... I literally had like 100 DMs today from random people saying, guys, can you please make a video on defending? But guys, it's the same as it is every single year. Keep it simple. If you're part of my Patreon, watch last year's defending series. That alone will probably resolve most. If you're a part of the Patreon, definitely check out defending with CDM's video, the tracking back video, and the tracking back gameplay theory and gameplay one. The most important, of course, structure defending and filling in the gaps. It's basically the same. We're going to remake this for FC26, but while you're waiting, make sure you watch those videos because all the principles will be explained there. Under the real life football examples, make sure you watch this video here where I talk about the Maldini thing and I talk about the situation where I analyze this in detail and I explain how that is used in FC25, but of course you'll apply to FC26 because that fundamental never changes. I don't even have to remake this. It's exactly the same as last year. Just be careful what players you're controlling. Don't panic. You're going to naturally concede goals. I'm out on my main account. I'm probably conceding like 2-3 goals a game, but against good plays. I don't mind that because sometimes I'm scoring as well as 6 goals. So don't worry. Just give it time. Just for now, choose the right players. I will have my squad builder coming very soon. Just choose players that I recommend. Don't go with these players like 90 defending and like 50 pace. Please don't. And if you want to check out my Patreon, so it's patreon.com/nil guys. Links down below in the description. If you don't get bet off the 1 month, we will refund your money. In fact, I don't have to even remake the defending series. You can use the exact one from last year. It's the exact same principles I'm going to teach you. So if you're wondering, oh, your video's not out yet, you can watch last year's videos. But I'll have a full defending video coming in the next probably few days. I still need to figure out on a top level defending, like really like top tier level, because it's first time through balls and stuff. But just for now, do this. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Links down below in the description. In fact, I'll give you 10% off as well. Catch you next time. Peace.